So it's a one-of-a-kind case. That in itself is going to attract attention. I think the brutality of the crime attracts attention. I think the social standing of the family, the beauty pageant connection, all those things combined. And then you had the fact that the family went on national TV soon after the case. That attracts attention. And when you add all those things together, I think you're going to build interest in those kinds of cases. And you see it all over the country. I mean, there are children killed every day in this country. There are people killed every day in this country. What makes one case more interesting or more important than the other? Well, nothing makes one case more important than the other, but the attraction that some cases attract are due to those unusual circumstances and publicity that's gained early on, and then I think it just grows from there.
You know, it's hard to say what it is about this case that has caught the imagination of people all over the place. I will say this, some of the tips are, you know, psychics, that sort of thing. Others are things that somebody needs to look at closely and follow up. And again, you know, I think what's important here from a structural point of view are two things. One is that the DA's office and the Boulder Police Department are going to work together collaboratively and move forward, and both Chief Beckner and I are very committed to that. The second thing is we have different roles. My job as a district attorney under the state constitution is to look at evidence that's brought to me and make a decision about whether or not there's enough evidence to file a case. And if there is, and we file a case, my job is to then pursue that and get a just result in court. The DA's office job is not to do the primary investigation in the case.
We're bringing in people on this task force that are going to have a fresh perspective. There are people that have never worked on this case, who are well known in the law enforcement and district attorney field, who can come in and look at this case, lay out the evidence on the table, and tell us what they think. Challenge us, ask us questions, give us ideas. I think to say anything, I would have to get into the evidence. I don't want to do that. And secondly, I don't want to set any expectations or biases for people coming into this committee. If the police chief stands here and says, I think this or I think that, they may come in with some bias. We don't want that. When you have a girl, a small girl of that age, I think it touches everybody's heart. And we'd love to solve this case for JonBenet so that she can rest in peace. That's really been our focus and our goal all along. And you know, whenever you can't solve a case for a period of time, and this one's certainly gone on a long time, it's frustrating for everybody involved. We do this job because we want to see justice, and we want to see justice for victims. And when you can't attain that, it gets frustrating.